Go.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. Again, I thought I'd work through an example with you before we start opening it up and inviting people to sit in the hot seat and see if they can do it. We are, of course, practicing positional squeezes. Now, positional squeezes mainly arise when all the threats are in the same hand. This weather. So you have, say, the threats in the north hand and the squeeze card in the south hand. When you play it off, it only works because the second person to play gets squeezed before you have to go and throw away one of your threats from dummy. So that's the new type of squeeze that we've been investigating. And this is my example hand for you today, which I stole from the new Bridge magazine. If you know about these things, that's Bridge magazine folded because paper and postage costs just got too high, but it opened up again as an online magazine, which for us is a lot better because they can really expand the articles and give detailed information at length now without worrying about overdoing it. And this is one that was in there. Now, it said that this was a gold cup hand. What they didn't say was whether the person followed the line that made it or followed the line that actually went down. But I thought, well, it's an interesting hand. I'll put it into my list of interesting squeezes. So here it is for your delectation and delight. The contract is 7 hearts, which, again, didn't say how they reach it. I assume by some sort of transfer sequence. And the lead was the 10 of spades, which they're not playing anything sophisticated, so this is a top of some sort of a sequence. So, what the magazine suggested was that you forget all about due diligence. Your eyes... oh dear, did I say 7 hearts? Dearie me, I better go backwards. It's 7 no trump. We'll never make 7 hearts. I wonder if we can undo. Undo? Yes, I can go all the way back to the beginning. Should have just sent it in again, shouldn't I? Why did I think it was 7 hearts? I'm misreading. 7 no trumps. Okay. And apparently this was a real life hand. Right, here we are, we're off again. So apparently, certainly the magazine suggested that your eyes lit on the heart suit and thought, as long as there's a singleton queen or 2-2, I'm going to make this contract. No need for any further thinking. And then off he went to go down because they're actually not going to break. I'll let you know now. But of course, you now know that you're supposed to do a complete analysis of the hand, trick 1. So if you do that, you've got 4 spades, 2 hearts for 6, 3 clubs for 9, and 2 diamonds for 11. So you're already getting pretty close to making this contract, given that you've got other possibilities of making tricks. For instance, the jack of clubs might drop, so that would give you a 12th one. The diamond finesse might work. There might be a threat card in the diamonds or a threat card in the clubs. All sorts of wonderful things might happen, as well as there being a 2-2 heart break or a singleton queen. So what you should do is play it through in mind. The obvious line is just to cash the king of hearts, cross to, I don't know, the ace of clubs, and try the hearts. And immediately you can see the difficulty with this line, because what am I supposed to go and throw away on the ace of hearts? I can't throw a spade, that's a winner. Should I throw a club and then find actually I had a trick with a 10 of clubs, but I don't anymore? Should I throw a diamond and then find that actually it was diamonds that I had extra tricks in? And that's why you should do this exercise of playing the line through in your mind to anticipate problems and then do it again to see if actually you can improve on things. And obviously you can, because you can set up all sorts of nice things for your side by setting up all your options that you will need if the heart suit doesn't actually break and come in. So I my goodness, which do I go and do first? I don't really know. Certainly, I want to go and cash the spades and the clubs, because then it will clarify what's going on. The spades will be to try and reduce the count, to get nearer to I have all the tricks except one. Cashing the clubs will be to try and reveal who's got what. And of course, that is therefore, so I'm not quite sure the best line here, but I would guess I'll have playing the spades first. That's surely going to maximise their discomfort in discarding, because I'm doing this while they have the least possible information about what they should be keeping.
Alan, Alan,
yes.
Sorry, I just realised that we can see all four hands.
What?
Yes.
What? So it comes up in. I've never even checked. I
yeah,
thought it was
my fault.
Actually,
my fault. I should have told you before.
No. Not only that though. I thought it defaulted into. So, of course, it's the player who sees the.
Yeah.
Never mind. I actually don't mind everybody seeing all four hands, because this is quite a difficult hand to play through, and it's the principles involved about checking. Well, the obvious thing is just to run the hearts. But if I do that, it takes away some of my options. Can I improve? Yes. So I'm improving. And I only need 2 heart tricks to make this contract. I don't have to keep millions and millions of hearts. So I'm quite happy at this stage. So already he's had to go and make some sort of choice about what he throws. Probably a club. You can see he's got 5. Then I'm going to try and cash some clubs, I think, to see what's going on there. I can come back by unblocking the hearts. Now cash a couple of clubs, and again, I need 2 heart winners, so I've got no problems as such when I'm throwing away from dummy. And so the final one, come on, jack of clubs, drop. And still I'm not dropping. So never mind. Maybe the hearts are coming in for the discards that I've been looking for. So I cross over to the King of Diamonds, which I carefully kept for this purpose, and play the ace, and now I get the bad news. Because East is about to discard, I will know that those 2 hearts in dummy are not going to be tricks. But fortunately, I have set up for myself additional chances. You can see what's going to happen. The Ace of Hearts has turned into a squeeze card. And it's a positional squeeze. East needs to be looking after both the diamonds and the clubs. And East has to go and make a decision about what he's keeping. I don't think he'll actually throw the Jack of Clubs away. He knows you've got the 10 of clubs, so he's going to hope his partner's got the Jack of Diamonds and throw that away. We know now this is the single threat in clubs, no use to it whatsoever. And now here we are. And the thing I meant to mention this right at the start was that this is an example of a hypothetical extended threat suit. You'll remember an extended threat suit is where you not only have one entry with the entry that doesn't just have one winner with it, it has 2. And this has 2 hypothetical winners, because at this point you need the diamond finesse. So if you need something for a contract, you in your mind decide that is how things are, because only making contracts makes money for you when you play bridge. So if you need the ace, the Queen of Diamonds to be with East, it is with East as you formulate your plans. Therefore, I have 2 winners in the diamond suit, Ace and Jack, as well as the threat card of the 9. So I had a hypothetical extended entry threat of the diamond suit. And now I put it to use. I hope I've already squeezed these in diamonds and clubs. So I lead the diamond. I shut my eyes, except you can't shut your eyes and take finesses on BBO. You need to know where you're clicking. Oh, what a relief. Everything is going well. And so the squeeze has brought in, as it always does when I play the contract, because I've designed the hand, so they do. So it's an excellent hand that goes and shows how there is such a tempting suit to go and play on, but you have other chances as well. So why not set those chances up just in case they're needed? And you saw that by playing off the black suits, and then going to play when you played that ace of hearts, you knew the hearts weren't going to be good, so you knew to keep your other chances. And furthermore, a squeeze was now working because you tightened up the position. Remember, although it seemed to be I was 2 losers short, I had 11 winners with 13 to get. I'm assuming the Jack of Diamonds now is a winner because it has to be a winner to make the contract. So really, I had 12 tricks with 13 to go, and that is the correct count to go and execute a squeeze. So thank you, New British Magazine. Just don't forget the thing, New British Magazine. It makes money by subscribers. So if you're not already somebody who is linked to it, go and put your name down because it increases their income, and it really is a very good magazine to actually know. But meanwhile, you are now going to join in and actually play some hands yourself. So I'm leaving the seat. I am blinding everybody so they can only see the south seat from now on. And I believe we did the first 4 hands. So I'm starting at board 5 on my list of hands. Here we go. Know me. You're only allowed to be playing if you can unmute your microphone and talk to me. So unmute your microphone and say hi to us all. This is bad.
Okay, well, I think they're going to have to leave.
Right. I think you're going to have to leave, Nomi. You need to be able to talk to us, okay? So join the Zoom call and put your microphone on. So leave the table, please, and let somebody come in with a microphone. Of course, if they're not on the Zoom call, they probably don't even know what I'm saying. So what do you think this is? Table options? I think it is.
Okay, Ernest.
Oh, is that
That's
Nomi?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, you can talk to us. Jolly good. Hello, this is a contract of 3 no trump. The opponent's bids are of complete no interest to us. So could you bid 3 no trump and we can carry on with the play of a hand?
Hello, this is Jane.
Who's Jane?
Jane01.
Hello, Jane01. People are asked to mute their microphone while we're playing the hand, and then if they wish to say something afterwards, unmute the microphone and join in. Okay?
All right.
Welcome to the call. Okay, so the lead is Jack of Diamonds will be the standard lead, and 10 is my lead. And you have the opportunity to do due diligence, i.e. the complete analysis of the hand that you do at trick 1. What do you make of this one, Nomi?
Well, I have 2 winners in spades, 3 winners in hearts.
That's 5.
And 3 winners in clubs. So let's make it 8. I could get another heart, or another. I can get 1 winner in the clubs, or the diamonds.
Indeed, any of those might choose. The hearts aren't very likely as a natural winner, because remember, the best you can hope for is a 4-1. So only if somebody's got Jack 10 small is the 9 of hearts going to be a natural winner. Clubs, of course, will break 3-3 36.5% of the time. So about a third of the time you will get a trick out of clubs, and who knows what's happening in the diamonds. There's nothing really we can do at this stage, so shall we find out by following suit with the diamonds?
Okay. All right. I guess I'll play low and see what happens.
Okay. I have a few times in my life done the Ace of Diamonds trick in defense.
Okay.
No, it won't work here, but I will tell you. On the lead of the Jack from partner, I've won with the ace and played a low card back. and declare a queen double that has ducked it, and then I have continued with the king of diamonds and the rest of the diamonds. So be aware there are sneaky people around. Not, of course, that I would ever root against you. But so you should really play the queen because.
Can I swing? Can I go back?
No, because it actually doesn't make any difference whether you play the queen or not. But be aware there are people like me who will test you by putting up the ace, pretending they don't have the king, and then continuing with the suit. So just be aware the queen would have been the right card. But it would have made no difference.
Okay.
West has all the suit.
I will get a flat spade.
Yes, what do you want to keep here, do you think?
I want to keep the hearts and the clubs. So
I think you do. Yeah, what else you do but throw a spade? I would have preferred to keep it, but when it's got to go, it's got to go. There's some other things as well. What do you think East is doing with this 3 of spades and 9 of spades? What's that suggest to you?
3 of spades. And, well, he might have more.
Okay, I'll tell you what it suggests to me. It looks to me like somebody who's having trouble hanging on to his wings.
He has more spades, so.
I don't think so. I think it's the other way around. I think he's hanging on to his other suits. I mean, especially if you're playing held discard, you think if you got a good suit, you play a high one and then a low one. And especially with 4 spades in dummy, I think he's hanging on to hearts and clubs and he's being forced to throw away his spades. But I could be wrong. Let's see what happens next. What do my notes tell me? It says they switch to the jack of spades. Interesting. You're obviously going to win this, but what happens after that? What's your thoughts now?
I have to save my ace of hearts, otherwise I can't. I can't get to my spades.
Mm-hmm. What do you? Because
I think I would play the clubs and hope for a drop after.
That's not enough to just do something and hope for something. It is right to play the clubs because you have an entry back to the ace of hearts. So it's not like you can play the ace of hearts and discover how things are.
No, I can't.
You've cut yourself off from the table.
Yeah.
But you should play the clubs not just to favour 3-3, but to find out if you have a threat card with the 7 of clubs while you still have an entry back to the table.
Exactly.
And what's your second threat here besides the 7 of clubs?
Can see it. Well,
No.
hearts, but
It's the 9 of hearts. Yes, it may not be a winner, but it's certainly a threat card because no matter how the hearts break, only one person will be able to beat the 4th round of hearts. And I say from these spade discards, I'm rather suspecting that's East. If East was short in hearts, I don't think he'd thrown those away and kept these length of the spades too. But anyway, king of spades, okay. Queen of spades, yes, that's consistent with East having 3 of those.
oops, no good.
Well, at least it's a threat card. You know that East is guarding the clubs. He's got the last club. Which club is it? It's the jack that's left. Okay. So the watch thing that we're going to do is what card should we watch? Because 7 of clubs is now your single threat. It's a threat without an entry. So we'll be watching for the card that beats the single threat. We'll be watching for the jack of clubs when we do our final. Well, as always, once we do that, we need to get back and crash the squeeze card. So how do we do that? Yep, indeed. And you've got to play the ace of spades, really. That's a chance to play it. And this, you hope, is your squeeze position. What you've got is an extended heart threat with the king, queen, 9. You hope that East is looking after the hearts, and you know he's looking after the jack of clubs. You've seen him throw out. So the card you're watching for was the jack of clubs. All you got to watch is when he plays, does he throw away the jack of clubs and set up your winner for you? Well, let's everybody join in the fun and actually just see for sure what's going on. You can now see all the hands. East is, I'm fairly sure, just going to throw a heart. He knows you've got the last club because he's seen part of the show out. What are you going to throw? Yes, because the jack of clubs has not been thrown away. So you throw that and you just try your luck in the final suit, in the entry suit. And everything went well. And you did indeed squeeze East out of the heart. And so it came to be. I have to say, so this is I have to say that, funnily enough, most of the squeezes I pulled in my life have been for over tricks rather than for making the contract. And indeed, it's possible you should worry if all your contracts are depending on squeezes, because don't forget, squeezes are sort of less than a 50% chance, so they're not great chances to be resting your contract on. But when you're playing match points, and I play a fair amount of match points, over tricks, of course, are life and death. So if you play and make a contract, and then you can squeeze an over trick, it's absolutely wonderful. In this case, though, it was to make the contract. And that's because the cards didn't really fit all that well. Diamonds could have broken as well. The Queen of Diamonds might have been a trick, but it's all on its own sum, not a very useful card. So you needed a squeeze to make it, and it was a positional squeeze against East. All your threats were in one hand. They were the heart threat, and they were the spade threat. That always makes things awkward for you, because when you play off the squeeze card, which was the top spade, you are also going to have to throw away one of your threats. So the only person you can squeeze is East. Only if East is looking after the hearts and the clubs are you actually going to make this on a squeeze. All your other chances not having come about, because the clubs haven't broken 3-3 either. But the squeeze came in. East did have hearts, East did have the clubs, and so playing the cards in the right, it is important to play them in the right order. So many people would first of all cash the king of spades because I'm in dummy and I may as well do it now. Well, already they have to go throw away either their heart threat or their club threat. It is important to know how the squeeze works so that you play the cards in the order that maximises your chances. So clubs first, in order to you would have been just as happy doing hearts if you could have got back to dummy, but you can't. But you want to play either clubs or hearts to find out what's going on, then cross back to dummy, and then the squeeze card to make on. Thank you, Nomi, for playing that one. Okay. And while you move out, I am going to... Yes, Adam.
I just want to mention to everyone who's watching that if anyone wants to sit in the south seat and play these hands, please would they go to their account tab if they're on the current version, the latest version of BBO. Go to the account tab and go to your settings and turn off your sound, please, because as you're playing the cards, the sound comes through the microphone that you've switched on so that you can tell us what you're doing, and people find this a little bit irritating on the video afterwards, hearing the sound. So anyone who's going to take the south seat, please check your settings using the account tab and turn off your sound option in BBO. Thank you very much.
Nomi, you have to click on your name at the table to exit the seat. You're going to... Right, there is some bidding here, Jock, so if we'd like to work through it, West passed initially. And hello? Your partner. Oh yes, I should have checked. Hello, Jock, welcome to the show.
Hi there, do I have a microphone?
Yes, you do, and I can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you.
So, a free kicker, 3 passes to you, and you can open with whatever you like. Really.
Okay.
And that'll be SAYC or 2 over 1, and your partner will bid 3 no trumps, which I'll discuss in a moment. And the lead is the King of Hearts. So you can see dummy now, is that right, Jock?
Yes.
Notice your partner didn't bother looking for a major suit fit. And this is the standard advice when you're 4-3-3-3. It is usually counterproductive with such a flat hand to go for the extra trick you need playing it in the main. Of course, he wouldn't have found one in this case. You don't have 4 spades with him. But I just mentioned that with this distribution, the recommendation is don't try for 10 tricks. Try for 9. You're more likely to be successful. Okay, so due diligence. How many tricks you got?
Oh, with 8. 4 plus 0 plus 1 plus 3.
I'll go for 8. And where in direct methods can you find extra tricks?
Only the club drop and the diamond.
You might be able to lead to it, although to be honest, if they take too many hearts, leading toward the Queen of Diamonds may not be an option, because it's silly if they've taken 4 tricks to lead towards the Queen of Diamonds and make sure you lose another. Okay, so let's see how many they take, I suppose. Let's hope they don't take 5 hearts.
Alley-ho.
That's good news. He's played low. Hopefully that's... it's going well here.
I'm glad low up didn't mean only 2.
Yes, and reverse signals were a big disappointment too. But to be honest, a 5-card heart suit anyway would normally rate an overcall. So I was not too panicked with the I can't remember the last time I had Ace, King, Queen, Jack to 5 and didn't at least overcall. Of course, I've had to overcall 1 no trump, haven't I? Tricky. Anyway, all is well. What are you going to throw from dummy?
Anything.
Yeah, okay. And spade. And then they play, it says the spade 7. Oh, sorry. What are you going to throw? A diamond. Okay, I think that's, you've kept your winning spades, you've kept your club threat, and I suppose you've kept your... By the way, who's got the King of Diamonds?
Well, of course, East does.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, since everybody passed initially and West has shown up with Ace, King, Queen, Jack, at least we know has got the King of Diamonds. So we either need a 3-3 spade break or a 3-3 club break, or we need East to have clubs. Why do I want East to have clubs?
So that I have upper hand against his club and diamond king.
Indeed, he can be squeezed so that he has to discard, and all their threats are in the south hand. It is going to be a positional squeeze. You've got a threat of the 2 of clubs, a threat in the Queen of Diamonds, so it's definitely going to be... there is a bit, providing his East has got it. If West has got the 4 clubs, I'll rewrite the hand and resubmit it to you, I think. And meanwhile, there's a spade switch.
Maybe the diamond 6 will score then.
And maybe that would be a most unlikely threat card. The idea that only one player can beat the 6 of diamonds.
Roger that, as they say in the States.
Okay, yep. So,
don't say that in the aisles, I hear.
Okay. And that is very definitely the right thing to do first, because that's a blocking card in front of your Queen of Diamonds. I do not want to set up the Queen of Diamonds and then find I've got to block myself in the north hand with the ace. So definitely get rid of that card first. Well done.
Pokey taught me this one.
Oh,
3 or 4 times.
And now you're in dummy, opposite the threats, ready to play your squeeze card. And as I ever do, I let you join in the fun at this stage, showing all hands. And you can see that it was East who had the 4 clubs. Jolly good, bless his cotton socks. I don't know, you didn't bid clubs. No, East is a bit of a guess here. Your partner might have the Queen of Diamonds, I don't know. I'll throw the King of Diamonds away and see if you noticed. Damn, you noticed. And now, of course, your hand is high, so stop having fun, Jock, and claim the rest of the tricks, because you can see them all there. Well done. Perfection. You follow suit, identified all the threat cards, worked out you had to unblock the Ace of Diamonds, so technically the end of, I don't like technical things. Unblock the Ace of Diamonds, it is preventing you setting up your single winner. Then I ran the spades, and that's my squeeze suit, and providing the right person has them. And of course, the nice thing, one thing I would say, every time you got a suit like Ace, King, Queen, small, opposite 3 small, most people see that as, I have a 1/3 chance of making an additional tricks. I hope you're getting into the habit of thinking it might come in, but also it's the start of a squeeze. Do I have another threat card? Because when you play it as a squeeze, you don't lose your chance of clubs being 3-3. Part of your process will be, if the squeeze doesn't work for the single outside threat, you're anyway going to play off Ace, King, Queen, and your last club as part of the squeeze. So I hope you're certainly getting in the habit of seeing Ace, King, Queen 2 not just as a third of a chance of a trick, but maybe, is there another threat card? Let's work that into a squeeze. It just improves my chances. Well, it's been fun. You can come another day, Jock, but you're out for now, I'm afraid. This is a contract of 6 no trumps.
Okay, I just unmuted. Do you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. That's fine.
Right.
That's just great. It's a 6 no trump contract, Ken. So click
Okay.
off that.
I don't know why it didn't work that other time when I was on, but it didn't.
Never mind. You're with us now. And the lead is the Queen of Spades. Come on then, due diligence.
Okay.
Tell me.
3 diamonds, 4 clubs is 7, 3 hearts is 10, spade is 11. I need another trick, I see.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. I'm not getting anything new in hearts. I mean, in clubs, because I already have 4 tricks there, and I can't get more.
You're right.
I could possibly get something in hearts, and I could possibly get something in diamonds. If either suit is 3-3, I'm in business. If I want to squeeze, I'd better duck a trick to rectify the count.
Well, that's a complete analysis of the whole hand. Well done, indeed. Those indeed are your natural chances that they're 3-3. That you may have a squeeze because you've got 2 threats. The only one person can beat the heart, regardless, and only one person can beat the diamonds. And you got the wrong count, so you should duck the opening lead to rectify it. Yeah, spot on. The only thing you didn't tell me is what sort of a squeeze it would be if actually you do end up with a heart and diamond squeeze. You know,
let me think about that for a minute. The squeeze is looking positional at first glance. I imagine what I'm going to do is to get rid of cash those hearts, leaving the 9 of hearts in the dummy. It doesn't have an entry to go with it. And then both the heart threat and the diamond threat are in one hand.
You're absolutely correct again. Well done. You shouldn't be doing this course. You should be giving a course on squeezes. That's my advice to you.
Okay. And we'll assume the 7 of spades probably isn't a threat, so we'll take that.
It's against the odds. I mean, neither player can beat the 7. Well done, yeah, unblock the suit, I reckon, because there's no way, otherwise he's blocking the access to your winner or threat card. What will I throw? I don't know. My clubs look useless. I'll throw clubs.
Okay.
Good news in a sense. If it is a positional squeeze, you can only squeeze west, right? The person before the threat cards. And it's west who's turned up with a jack of hearts. That's great news, really.
Okay, now I should have been keeping better track of spades because there is a slight possibility I'm about to squeeze west in hearts. And then after I do that, I could be squeezing east in spades.
Well, there's a number of... I don't know. I think you're committed to the heart as one of your
Yeah,
threats,
I think so.
I mean, well, is this a spade diamond squeeze? I mean, well, it might be.
Well, it could
I don't know. What's got me?
West caused a spade, but he would have tossed the diamond. If East had the diamonds, he would have just tossed the diamond and kept his spade going.
I think it's a heart. So, in fact, not only do I think it, so does everybody else. So let's show all hands and let you see them as well. Here you go. Jack of hearts, maybe. Let's see if you're being careless.
And so now I toss.
You are being careless. Now, what was we never everything you did, we never discussed the watch command. What card were you watching out for?
I'm sorry. Can I have an undo here?
You may have an undo, and perhaps just as well. It worries me when I've shown you all four hands and you still don't get this one right, Ken. But you want me to undo it for you? There?
Yeah, thank you.
No trouble. But I say, I should have actually just. You did all the aspects of the squeeze. You didn't do the fifth step, which was what are we watching out for? And it's always the card that beats the single threat. So the card that beats the single threat is the jack of hearts, and that's why people throw it. They see they're being squeezed, and they think, "I wonder if he's asleep." I know. I'll throw this one and just see if he notices. So people do it. Well, you've got 9 tricks now, so I'll let you claim all. You have the remaining 4 tricks, so what have we
claimed.
You can claim all the rest of the tricks. Why? Oh, that's right. We did 6 no trouble. You need 4 tricks, and you've got 3 top diamonds and the 9 up.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. So there you go. Well, you were perfect. Except once I show you the whole hand, only then did you go wrong and throw away your winning card. You're obviously one of these people who plays much better when you can't actually see the cards, Ken. But your analysis was almost impeccable from beginning to end. Everything you said was absolutely spot on. I've got one more which finishes this type of squeeze. Sorry, it doesn't finish it. It finishes all the examples I have on this particular type of squeeze. So I'm going to do this one last example, and then I'm going to quit for the day and come along next week. So first of all, I'll return this to...
Should I get out now?
If you would, and that will allow somebody else to come in. No, this is involves, I don't know what it matters, but bidding by the opposition. They actually set off by bidding 1 heart, and it is you to bid next.
Hi everyone.
Thank you. I forgot to check your microphone was working. I know it did last week.
Yes, it works. I unmuted it.
Well done. Yeah, I think you should. I'm not greatly enthusiastic at making overcalls on medium suits, but when I have an opening hand and it's the top major, you just have to go and do it, really. 3 hearts, which is preemptive, and 3 spades, which, well, you tell me, what would you bid 3 spades on? And then pass. So how strong do you think your partner is for 3 spades?
So I guess I have to bid for it.
No, hang on a second, Florette.
Yes.
Okay, you're okay. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, carry on. What do you think partner will have? I'm sorry, I just got cooking maximum doubles in this case. He was only just carry on. Yes, indeed. How strong do you think your partner is for 3 spades? So is that a game invite or struggling to reach 3 spades?
Game invite, I think.
Okay. My advice, the standard advice is when they preempt against you, you're allowed to bid 3 spades if you have the strength to bid 2 spades. And also, standard advice these days is if you want to show a game invite, double. Because if somebody opens 1 heart and the other person preempts to 3 heart, you will never have a hand where you want to make a penalty double. So a double either shows the minors, which is, partner overcalls spades and you want to play at the 4 level in the minors, or it says, I actually am close to bidding 4 spades here. I'm inviting you to carry on. So that to me is my standard system now, because I don't know. You live in a vastly foreign country. It's sad. You should come to Britain for it. But in Britain, certainly, 3 spades would be really a minimum. Might even be a 2 spade bid, and the double would say, I have a genuine raise to 3 hearts. I would not at all be unhappy to see you bid 4. So I'm not expecting a lot from partner. So what do you do?
So I can pass.
You can indeed. And I think you should, because you're minimum. But, of course, there'll be no show if you pass. So I'm going to ask you to overbid now and bid 4 spades so we can practice making unlikely contracts on squeezes. Okay? Okay, I imagine they're going to lead a heart. Yes, he does. The 3 of hearts.
Thank you. Hope I can rough 2 heart and dummy.
Yeah. And then you'll lose a heart, and then it'll just be on the club finesse, won't it?
Yeah.
I'm doing losers rather than winners here, so we've got 2 spades, 1 heart, and I can rough the 2 hearts, and so maybe it was right to bid 4. Who knows?
Well, I'm not sure the club finesse because the opener is an East.
Yes, it's only 50-50 at best, but 50-50 games are okay.
Okay.
Anyway. And you're in charge, so you have to play the 2 hearts from dummy. Okay. Out of interest, go on, play your 5 of hearts. Out of interest, I don't know whether it matters or not. Can you tell me the heart distribution? Can you tell me who's got what card? But the 4 top cards, Ace, King, Queen, Jack.
If East has 5, that means West has 4 cards and hearts.
That's true, yeah. And indeed, I think West will have 4.
You need 4 anyway.
For a preempt, yeah. I think they're 5-4. But what about the Ace, King, Queen, Jack? Who's got what? Okay, I'll tell you the answer, shall I?
Yeah.
It's normal when you win a trick to play the bottom card of any honour sequence. It helps in defence. So the king will be the bottom card of each sequence. So the Queen of Hearts is with West. Okay. The Ace of Hearts is clearly with East as well, because would you underlead the Ace of Hearts when somebody's likely to have a singleton heart? No. So East has Ace and King of Hearts. West has the Queen of Hearts. Now, who's got the Jack? What would you lead if you had Queen, Jack of Hearts in the West?
I would lead the Queen, so the Jack is in the East.
Right. So actually, you can tell that East has Ace, King, Jack to 5 hearts, and West has raised on Queen to 4. It's amazing how much you can tell from trick 1 if you know how to go and do these little. I don't like the look
Oh,
of this.
I knew it.
Maybe we were right not to bid 4. Maybe spades are 2-2. Maybe spades aren't 2-2. Bother. Okay.
That's it.
So, what are we going to do now to make this contract? You're going to win in hand, I don't mind. But what's your overall? Oh, let me think. What do I do? Well, I'm going to make a discard, haven't I? I'll probably throw another half then. Okay. So, now you have 2 losers, and Jack of Clubs might be okay. The finesse might work. In fact, I think you need the club finesse to work, don't you? Now,
Yeah.
because you need the club finesse. But even then, what are we going to do with that? We can rough one of the hearts. What about the other losing heart? By the way, what's your chances now with a club finesse?
It's a 50-50.
No, it is much improved. You see, East open and West preempted. Now, although it's a preempt, West normally has some points. He doesn't just do it right. Now, when we started, we had no idea what East had, but now East has shown Ace King of Spades and Ace King Jack of Hearts. That's 15 points so far.
15
Now,
points.
do you think he had 17 and West just preempted on next to nothing, or do you think West has the Queen of Clubs? I think the Queen of Clubs has vastly improved its chances of being with West to explain how the bidding went. So I'm all for voting that club finesse to work, but that still doesn't get around the fact I need yet another trick.
Yes, if diamond queen is double top, that would help.
Certainly would. I certainly think it's worthwhile playing Ace King of Diamonds, crossing over and roughing a diamond. That would bring it down if it's 3 cards in the diamond suit. And if that failed, what else might be possible?
Play trump. Nothing else I can do.
Well, there's always the possibility of a squeeze. In fact, since you came on this course and it was labelled Squeeze Talk, you might have guessed that, Florette, in fairness, that there is also the possibility of a squeeze. Now, for a squeeze, you would need 2 threats. Okay?
Yes.
Can you see any cards that might be threats?
Jack of diamond.
Yes, if we don't drop the queen after playing Ace King of Diamonds and then crossing over and roughing a diamond, then we have a threat in the Jack of Diamonds. What else?
And a club.
Because we've got a 4-3 fit and the Jack of Clubs presumably finesses. But is the last club good? Maybe they break 3-3, but if they don't, then we'd have a club threat. So we also have the opportunity of a squeeze. So when we go through our chances, don't forget to go and play things in the order that squeeze works, as well as any 3-3 club break or the. So your job is to, well, at some point or other, you're going to rough your heart. At some point or other, you're going to have to finessing clubs, and at some point you're going to have to cash the Ace King of Diamonds and rough a diamond to see what happens in that suit. What order are you going to do all these things in?
I think I will start with the diamond.
Yeah, that looks right, doesn't it? Because that's blocking our access. That's an
the diamond.
Okay, so start with those, and then we'll have to get to dummy too. Yeah, okay, so signals.
Let's see what there is next.
So now, how are we going to cross over to dummy to rough a diamond and see if the queen goes?
By trumping 1.
Okay, that works for me.
Let's see if the diamond goes.
Okay, so no. And the Queen of Diamonds is still missing. But you have all the elements of a squeeze here. Your threats are the last club and the last diamond. Where are they?
Yeah.
They're all in the same hand, the north hand. So this is which type of squeeze?
Okay, I need to play my jack to see what east in this card.
It's not east we're worried about here. See, because the threats are in the north hand, when you play that jack of spade, you're going to have to throw one of them away. This is a squeeze that only works against the second position at the table.
Okay.
West has to go and discard before the dummy does.
So I better finesse right now the club.
I think that would put you in the wrong hand then. That would work. You can cross back to the ace of clubs, and then that might be even more clear. It might be a good idea. Yeah, okay, let's do that, because it will clarify things for us.
Yes, I need to know.
Okay, we need to know. I agree. Well, I thought it was right all along. Once he played ace king of spades and ace king of hearts, cross back to your hand. That's where you need to be with the squeeze card.
Mm-hmm.
Right, we need to be there, right? Okay, now we're all set up for this squeeze. I say the only person that can squeeze is West, because you're going to play your winning spade.
Yes.
And you have to throw away from dummy either the jack of diamonds or the win or the club. So only if West gets squeezed, right? And what are we watching out for? Which card? It's always the
king, either for the diamond or the club.
No. There's never any need to watch for both of them. You always watch for the card that beats the single threat. That's the jack of diamonds. That doesn't have an entry. Watch for that one, and if it doesn't fall, just play the clubs and cross your fingers, because there's nothing else you can do anyway. Only the queen of diamonds is of interest to us here. So if you see that, keep the jack. If you don't see it.
Okay.
Tell you what, I should have perhaps done this a moment ago, but show all the hands. But in fact, West has indeed already been squeezed. He had to go and either throw the queen of diamonds or unguard the clubs. And you see, you're going to play to the king of clubs and cash your last ones.
Okay, minute 10.
Well done. Okay. And again, same pointers as before. You identify the natural place first, because actually they're by far the biggest chance you're going to make the contract. The queen of diamonds is to 3 and drops as you rough it. But then as you go along, then start adding to your chances. Is there a squeeze on? Yes, I got 2 threat cards. Where are they? Okay, that's the type of squeeze I'm going for. Is the count right? I never checked it, but it was right. What's my plan? In what order am I playing the things off? I'm going to play them off, ending in the south hand, so that I make the decision of what to throw after West has been squeezed, and I watch out for the queen of diamonds. Again, it's the same routine that I hope by now you're getting sick of hearing. But I hope also, I can't answer the questions though, Kathy, if they don't ask them. Oh, what book, please? The original, well, I think the original book was written by George Coffin.